Calls are mounting for stricter enforcement of laws at spaza shops, and this after food poisoning outbreaks among pupils in various places in the country. In Komani, in the Eastern Cape, 120 pupils from two neighboring schools fell ill, and this allegedly after consuming expired food, all bought from spaza shops. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda is tracking that story and brings us the very latest. Ronald, a very warm good morning to you. Let's start here where perhaps you can describe for us how dire the situation is and as far as contaminated food is being found at local spaza shops.
Good morning, Tumelo. Well, earlier on we did visit one of the affected schools, and what we heard from the principal is that an elderly lady who has for years been selling food outside of the school, that is where children who were buying from her fell ill, and this happened last week, Thursday. I'm happy to report this hour, though, that one child who was badly affected, in fact was in a coma, is now surviving. And I am joined by the parents, so we are also flanked by the leadership here of Komani, members of the eNCA local municipality, as well as the Chris Hani district municipality. I'm going to start off with Mama. Mama, sabulela ixesha lakho siyazi ixesha linzima. Uziva njani ngoku?
Ndiziva ndonwabe kakhulu. Ndiyabulela koonesi basefrontier noogqirha basefrontier basebenzile kwinto ebeyiyo umntanam ebengathethi ngathi ndiyabulela kakhulu.
Bekhalaza ngantoni mama? Ibinjani imeko yakhe?
Ebengathethi uye warhawuzelela kuqala ngolesine ngosifika apha kwathiwa uye wakholapsa. Ebengathethi ngathini ekhapha igazi. Qha yona ndibeyenza kodwa ndiyabulela kakhulu.
Uqonda nizomthatha nini umntana kule meko kuyo bathini ugqirha?
Uthi ugqirha usezawukamjonge then bazamphupha bamsemawadini but khangatsho ubanini sizawuva ngugqirha.
All right. Ngokuvalelisa mama, umntana kuthiwa omnye abantwana bethenga phaa kule shop, nizothatha isiphi inyathelo ngokuxa besiya esikolweni abantwana?
Nomo ndimnike imali yokukhera ndizamenzela isikhafutini.
All right.
Enkosi.
Okay, sabulela mama. Well, the mother there of Imangwe Vetez was saying that the symptoms were of the 14-year-old. She was very, very, very ill, vomiting blood, as she said there. Just at a young age of 14, she was fighting for her life. She hopes now that while the child recovers and goes back to school, that she will now be the one packing lunch for her instead of allowing her pocket money to buy from shops. Let's join the conversation now with the Deputy Executive Mayor of Chris Hani Municipality. Ma'am, thank you so much indeed for your time. And it also places concerns now on people selling foods. As a municipality, what are you going to do about this?
Thank you so much. As the municipality, we are going to sit down. We've already done that with all the strategic departments that dealing with the foreign people. What we are going to do, we are going to look these spaza shops that are around our townships, where our departments, when they do raiding, they sometimes find expired food. I think that it is going to be very strategic that the law enforcement be forced to those that are here. Some of them, I don't think they even got the correct documents for them to be here. We are going to take this serious, more than serious. Thank you.
So it's a huge wake-up call, isn't it? And you know, sadly, we could have lost a child because of this. In terms of how common are these sort of issues here in your district?
And they are not that much, but we did use to get the expired food, but we never had something of this nature where 131 children were affected and they were taken to hospital. It was a shock. The leadership of the ruling party, that is the ANC, and all other political parties around, you know, the ordinary people and everybody in our district, they are very concerned. We are all, you know, having one objective: to get a solution that is permanent to deal with this.
Mama September, my last question. What do we know about the elderly woman who has been selling, you know, the food that a lot of children were affected by? What's her condition? Are parents in support or against her? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, she is also losing a livelihood. We didn't see her outside of the school.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You know, when we talk about those elderly women that are selling around the school, when we grow up in Mlungisi, especially here, Kwakomani, those women were there. They were providing us with fish breads, pieces of fish, apples and everything. They were trusted people. They are there to make money. But the problem is now, and between the time that we were young and the foreigners were not in our country, they were doing this from their own houses. Now they are buying from this spaza shop or other, you know, warehouse in towns that are being owned by the foreign people. That's the difference. Otherwise, they've got one objective: to be able to raise their children and to be able to assist those learners that didn't manage to have package. I feel, I don't know what can we do for them, because their objective, it's so good. It's so good. Thank you.
Ma'am September, thank you very much indeed for your time. Some relief, Tumelo, after a very, very scary few days here in Komani. It's back to you.
Of course, I can understand the relief of the parent now that, of course, the child is responding back after being in a coma, but also this being a wake-up call for the government locally out there in the Eastern Cape and for the rest of the country. 143 children, Ronald, is a lot of children, and we'll continue placing this issue and a close eye on this particular issue and what happens of it. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda, I leave it there with you for now.